Well, well, well. Dallas Cowboys fans, what you're about to hear Emmitt Smith say about Ashton Jeanty is going to make you absolutely sick. Let's talk, Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And you can continue to help this channel go and push us out into the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, please join this channel and become a member. We have a lot of great things coming in the future. Now let's talk facts. Emmitt Smith. What Emmitt Smith is about to say is absolutely sickening. It is sickening if you are a Dallas Cowboys fan. And to set this all up, before I let you hear what Emmitt Smith says, for some who need a refresher course on who Emmitt Smith is, he is only arguably the best running back not only the Dallas Cowboys have ever had, but Emmitt Smith is arguably the best running back in NFL history, and he has a record and records that will never, ever be broken. Back in 2023, The Athletic put together the NFL 100, and Emmitt Smith is at number 29 on the NFL 100. And you could even argue that Emmitt Smith could easily be higher than that, because this is one of the very reasons why I do not want the Cowboys to go get any more free agency running backs. The Cowboys need to go in this draft and draft them one of the top 5 running backs in this league, because we know for 2 of the historic Dallas Cowboy quarterbacks, we know one of the things that absolutely helped them to be the quarterbacks that they were was a running game. Roger Staubach had Tony Dorsett. Troy Aikman had Emmitt Smith. And Dak had Zeke for a little while, but we need Dak to have an absolute dominant back for at least the next 4 years of his career. But let me give you a refresher course on one Emmitt Smith and show you why this man was an absolute terror and a huge part in the Dallas Cowboys winning 3 Super Bowls in the 90s. It says right here that, when someone was talking about Emmitt Smith, they tried to make the claim that Emmitt Smith just played the game longer. He wasn't necessarily the better player, he just did it for longer. No, Emmitt didn't just do it for longer, Emmitt did it better, longer than anyone else in NFL history. It says, look at this, exactly right. Part of what makes him special is exactly that. He absolutely did it better because he did it for longer. Perhaps some are not believers in the long-standing truth in athletics that the most important ability is availability, but they may not be football fans. Football people know that some of the most special careers were only seen for a flash. Terrell Davis comes to mind for me. What separates Jerry Rice, Tom Brady, and Smith from the other is not just flashes of greatness, it is at least a full generation of greatness. That is how records are broken and greatness is cemented. In the case of Smith, it is best demonstrated by a number of accomplishments. Look at this. From 1991 to 2001, he had 11 consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards. In 1990, he fell 63 yards short of that mark, and in 2002, he fell 25 yards short. Otherwise, he might have had 13 consecutive. Still, his 11 seasons in a row are more than any other player has ever played in consecutive fashion or not. He ran for 18,355 yards in the regular season during his career and another 1,586 in the postseason. Both of those marks are unlikely to be approached again, given the direction and the brevity of careers at running back in the modern game. In his career, he has over 500 more touches than any other player with 4,924. In 2020, Derrick Henry led the NFL with 397. It would take more than 12 seasons at that league-leading rate to catch Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith was an absolute monster. He was. Emmitt Smith was an absolute monster. And I'll put this article down in the description so you can read up and refresh on Emmitt Smith yourself. And the reason why I say that this thing about Emmitt Smith and what he says about Ashton Jeanty is absolutely sickening is because of this. The Dallas Cowboys are going to draft at number 12, unless by some miracle they trade up, which I don't think they're going to do. But a lot of people have projected Ashton Jeanty to fall to the Dallas Cowboys at 12. But with all the talk about Ashton Jeanty being a generational running back, there is no way when you look at the top 12, there is no way that Ashton Jeanty is going to make it to the Dallas Cowboys at 12. The prediction is that the Las Vegas Raiders will take him at number 6. But I wouldn't be surprised with some of the things that people are saying. I wouldn't be surprised if the New York Giants took him at 3. And if the New York Giants don't take him at 3, I'm sure the Raiders will take him at 6. And if the Raiders don't take him at 6, I am telling you, there is no way that these teams in front of the Dallas Cowboys will let Ashton Jeanty fall to the Cowboys. They'll change up their whole draft to get Ashton Jeanty. And this is why what I'm about to let you hear now from Emmitt Smith is absolutely sickening. Listen to this.
And when I watch Ashton Jeanty, I think a lot of Emmitt Smith. A lot of it's his speed, his size reminds me of you. How much Ashton have you watched? And do you see a young Emmitt Smith when you see him play?
No doubt. No doubt. Matter of fact, I think it can be better.
Really?
Yeah. Put in the right situation. I mean, a team that's going to really focus on running the football and building a football team or an offensive unit around his skill set and what he brings to the table. And there's so much more he has to learn, but he's going to get that. He's going to get the proper training. At least that's what I'm hoping he's going to get. Because coaching sometimes is a hit and miss. But he has everything that he needs to become a top-notch NFL football player. And that is no doubt. So, but to build that team around him, whether it's run game, which I recommend it be the run game, that means you got to have the offensive line to support it. And the offensive linemen have to understand this is how we're going to build this team. We're going to lean on our running game. We're going to lean on this first round draft pick that we get. And we're going to make sure that this kid is successful. Not only that, now I got to develop a quarterback if I don't have the right quarterback. If I got the right quarterback, then everything else can play off of that. So you utilize his talent, the tight ends, the wide receivers. You utilize every aspect of what you're doing. So you got to don't just draft a guy without having a good line or without spending time focusing on that offensive line. And that's what has to happen for him.
If that doesn't make you sick as a Dallas Cowboy, to know that Ashton Jeanty, that if the Cowboys could get Ashton Jeanty, and do not get me wrong, there will be other running backs in this draft that I feel like the Cowboys will be good, or they'll be good if they don't get Ashton Jeanty. But Emmitt Smith just brought me back to the cruel reality. Ashton Jeanty could absolutely, maybe unlike any other back in this league, Ashton Jeanty, maybe unlike any other running back in this draft, could literally change the course of history for the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott. And they roll right to the Super Bowl within the next 2 seasons. When Emmitt Smith says a running back is good, when Emmitt Smith says a running back can be better than him, I'm listening. I'm listening. And this has me absolutely sick. There's no use in crying about it, even though I want to cry about it. There's no use in crying about it. Unless Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones trade up to get Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty will not be in Dallas. And that makes me absolutely sick. Thank you, Emmitt. Thank you for reminding me of what we're not going to have. Y'all tell me what you think about what Emmitt Smith said about Ashton Jeanty. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Man, I'm sick. Peace.